Good evening. My name is Raquel Mason. I am a recent graduate of the University of North Carolina at Charlotte and an incoming master's student at Johns Hopkins University. I am so honored to be able to present this award tonight for Liz Acevedo. Will Elizabeth please join me at the podium? Elizabeth is a poet born and raised in New York City and is who is currently living in Washington, D.C. She holds a bachelor's degree in performing arts from George Washington University and is a Master of Fine Arts candidate at the University of Maryland. With more than 12 years of performance experience, she has graced stages nationally and internationally. She has been featured on multiple television stations as well as TED Talks, and she is also an award-winning and published poet. I'm particularly excited to introduce her because as she exists as an educator and a woman who is proud to stand in her own natural skin and hair, she really paves the way for future women of color to do the same. Please join me in honoring and recognizing Elizabeth Acevedo as a 2015 Nick Whistle Woman of Distinction.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Give me a hug. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Good evening. Nah, y'all, I'm a poet. Good evening. Need a little interaction. Thank you. I'm so honored. Thank you for this award. Thank you for recognizing me. I got the phone call and was just blown away. I would not have thought of myself at this point in my life as a woman of distinction yet. And I'm just so empowered that someone saw that in me. And I want to say that I'm not supposed to be here. Not here, right, because I'm in your program, so I'm definitely supposed to be here tonight. But I mean, I really wasn't supposed to be here. I wasn't raised, pushing towards being a woman of distinction. I was raised towards being la niña de la casa, which in Spanish translates to the girl of the house. The socioeconomic status, the culture, the background where I was raised meant that I was la niña de la casa. As the only girl and youngest child, I was la niña de la casa. I was the girl of the house. I was supposed to learn to cook, to clean, to be a good wife, a good mother, a daughter, to do all of these things gracefully without pushing back. Instead, I played varsity basketball. I asked to learn how to box. I traveled the world at the age of 16 and went to Thailand and Vietnam, and I fought my parents to attend the George Washington University because they wanted me to go to the community college down the block because it would keep me at home. And I had a full ride to GW, and I said, no, I'm not doing that. And I'm so thankful that I was raised to be la niña de la casa because the spirit that I had meant I was going to do the exact opposite. Right? And so I explored the world, and I found myself in words, and then I found myself on stages, and now I've been able to grace stages nationally and internationally, pushing back against that phrase. And listen, if you want to cook and clean, that's what's up. You should do that, right? I got no problem with cooking, and cleanliness is good, right? But the choice of being more, was what I always wanted. I wanted to be treated just the same way that my brothers were. And as I was being raised, I was always looking for these women that I thought could be me, right? I was looking for a blueprint. Who is the Afro-Dominican, curly hair, poet, third daughter, whatever, right? I was always looking for the cookie cutter. There was no way I was going to find that. And I realized at a certain point, the woman I wanted to be would be the woman I had to become. She does not exist. She exists here, and she exists when I make her. She exists when you step into your vision of who you want to become. She is not out there. She is not us. Right? Like, we're living our own woman that we want to be. You know who she is already. And this is just an uncovering. It's just a saying, I'm not afraid to be that woman. And doing so, you have to be unapologetic. That doesn't mean you don't say sorry. That doesn't mean I didn't feel guilty when I left my mom. That meant I had to be unapologetic, and I know that my vision deserves more than what it is receiving here. And I love you, but I'm stepping out. The truth is, none of us were supposed to be here. At one point in time, this would have never been imagined. That so many women of so many backgrounds, so educated, would be in a room thinking of ways to change the world. That wouldn't have been imagined 100, 200, 1,000 years ago, right? It's because of women of distinction, because of women like you, because women who were told you are necessary. If no one has told you that today, let me be the first to say, you are completely necessary. What you believe, what you want to do is necessary. You have permission. An award ceremony is just women who have done certain things saying you have permission. You have permission to do whatever and be whatever you want, if you haven't heard it already. And not that we're even the ones that should be giving you permission, but just in case you needed it, I got you. You have permission. It's been granted. I think this night for me is honoring y'all for being here, for creating this space, for holding space. And it's also really important for me to honor the women who came before. That's something that I always look towards paying homage. I am the daughter of Nefertiti, born in the womb of Araminta, the manifested soul of Sojourner, the blood flow of Evita, the heart of Xena with the mind of Athena. I throw my right fist in the air, in the other I hold my sword. I lead my people from enslavement, tell them follow that drinking gourd. And I wonder if our great-grandmothers dreamt this. If together in their respective tongues, they cast forward a net of collective premonitions, opened their eyes to the dawn and saw us, the reflection of their children's children in the horizon. We honor them every time we meet the challenge of the present day and do not succumb to complacency or the comforts of privilege. Every time we face ourselves and don't let ourselves be less because we think others deserve more. What key don't we hold, knowing well we own all of the lines? We are the printers of blues and of blueprints, using our pens and our words and our lives to create bridges across the backs of the broken and never serve for an award you believe you deserve. Use your hands and your words and the seeds will emerge. We may not see the fruit, but we carry the roots and realize we move forward every time we give back. It's the truth. Because with goodwill and sweat, we heal the world where it hurts. Living is short. Never regret the moments if you meant them or how you spent them. And one day, our daughters will wonder if we were the ones that dreamt them. If we were the ones that dreamt them. If right now, in this moment, we are dreaming them. Thank you.